You know what I mean? And it was, you just listen, like Deep Purple and Sabbath, and you can hear the influence in your music for sure, man. It was amazing. He sent it to me today, and I listened to it pretty much all day long.
Right.
I tried listening to it in the house, and I couldn't play it loud enough, and I couldn't hear it good enough, so I hopped on my Harley and went for a ride.
There you
put
go,
headphones
dude.
in, and it was
because Jay's actually
great,
from the 70s,
Hell
so he has like a real frame of reference. We're just a bunch of fucking, we're a bunch of come-alongs later.
Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
Have rock star names that fucking shall not be named otherwise.
No, they get upset. And we actually like them, so we don't want them to get upset at us.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sharp. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like answer to it all.
Yeah, there you go. All right, can you hear yourself?
Hey, yeah.
Okay, cool. So these are
Keep it.
right into the top, about a fist from your face. Feel free to move it, adjust it however you need to.
Try to keep it like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We keep the headphones on, at least helps you. Kind of hear.
Cool.
I'm sure you're used to yelling into headphones now, right?
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny, you got us all in there? Yeah? We rolling or what? No way. Already?
Rolling.
Fuck,
rolling,
dude.
Rolling.
No way. All right.
Hell yeah.
Well, cheers, guys. Welcome. Get Heavy Podcast. You got myself, Jason, the new sober Jason. It's been really fun.
Hey, why are you dead naming me?
Every
motherfucker and their moms called me Big J for years, and now you're gonna start dead naming me.
I just worried about dead naming our
just sat here and
guests,
talked
then
about
now
this,
I
and
dead
look at
named
you.
you. Well,
I can always tell when people know me from like internet.
Yeah.
They know me because it's Jason, and nobody ever fucking calls me Jason. Well, I mean, we sleep together, so that's different.
That's true.
Yeah.
It feels creepy to yell Big J.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it does.
Because it's not.
No.
Daddy.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, mushrooms.
Yeah. We have an awesome guest today, Ardi, fucking local ripping rocker. Cheers, brother.
Dude.
Thanks for coming on. Bringing the cold Rockies
yellow
with
bellies.
you. There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
having
podcast, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
I will start with I love your record.
Thank you.
I've probably drunkenly told you many times that I really like your shit. At least what I'd heard. And I saw you post that it's coming out on the 6th, right?
Yeah.
January 6th.
Yeah.
What's it called?
World of Madness.
World of Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were kind enough to send me, and I sent it to Jay, but
Yeah.
I've been jamming it. Fucking dude,
All
I
day.
like it. I like
you.
it, dude.
Yeah.
I like the
Thanks.
tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking it out.
What was the why? It's all you. It's all you.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
All the instruments. Everything.
Yeah. It's all one man band.
All recorded by yourself.
Recorded. Yeah.
Damn,
And then like
dude.
the art, and I just was like, hey, let's do this. Look at me.
Yeah.
Just because like forever, just being in a bunch of different bands,
Mm-hmm.
like over the years in Ventura, like just always like in the back of my head, like one day I'm gonna do it, because I always like recorded demo stuff,
Right,
for
right. Mm-hmm.
like whatever band I'm in at the time, like to like present an idea. So it was always a
Right.
demo, but I never like took it like I never used recording as like, oh, I could actually release this,
Right, right.
And then I like recorded Goat Rhythm was like my first thing.
Yeah.
that
Oh,
we-
so you recorded all the Goat Rhythm stuff too?
Not all of it, not now, but the
Okay.
first thing we
The
did was
first
like
couple-
super
yeah.
demo-y, and
Okay.
I really didn't know what I was doing mixing wise at
Right.
all, and I still don't, but I just get it to sound okay. But
Yeah, man.
but like yeah, so that was born out of me just wanting to do like the band I've always wanted to be in,
Right.
but it never worked out. Like you start jamming with somebody or a band or whatever, and it never turns into what you want it to be. It's cool or whatever, but it's never like. So it was a selfish, easy way to do what I wanted to do. And that's like where it came from. And now that we're doing, like, I got the guys to do do it live with me. It's super cool to like have it come together because it was never. I would just want to make a record,
right?
Yeah,
and like do that, and that was it. But
is that really? It just started as a passion project. These are the songs that you always wrote that you never fucking You never really. It's like, what are you gonna do with it, right?
Yeah, like some of them were like just riffs, not full songs. Were like throwaway ideas from other bands. But not like fully formed anything. It's just like stuff that like I would bring to the table and they didn't get used or whatever.
Right.
And then like years later, I'm like, oh yeah, that riff.
Yeah.
Like going through like the archives on the computer, like, oh yeah, I could write something out of that, you know. And then I have like a few of them are like were on the record, or a couple of those songs that like came from riffs from forever ago, and then a couple of them are from like a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
I wrote like while I was on the. Like I had my mission to like make a full.
How long ago did you actually like finish the record? Do you think?
Like,
I mean, during the pandemic kind of shit.
Ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just been a while because it's like, the record label that's putting it out, Glory or Death.
Yeah,
Records.
I was checking them out today. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a lot of reissues. Is that what they do? Okay.
Yeah, he does like he's done a couple of the reissue like tribute stuff where it's like a bunch of different bands doing a cover song of whatever, like the Deep Purple one, there's a Thin Lizzy one, and the newest one is a Judas Priest one.
Okay.
Which I did one that was like a last minute thing for me. He hit me up and was like, hey, you want to get on here? And like it worked out. I did a Starbreaker, which is a cool
sick,
song
dude.
to do.
Yeah.
But it was like super last minute as far as like I didn't know what I was gonna do or anything. I just like threw it together. Kinda.
And you did all that all yourself too?
Yeah, it was like the same. Yeah, just
amazing.
Just shit it out.
Yeah, because I mean, I knew you as the drummer for Goat Rhythm. I know you've been around for many years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know we've had conversations. But,
yeah, I know we've.
You know what I mean?
Crossed paths over the years.
But
like,
I'm always so fucking impressed with. It's always the goddamn drummers, dude. They have all the things. You know what I mean? They play drums, and then were you a drummer first?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Drummers always have that multi-instrument fucking talent, dude.
I know, like when I think about it, I know a lot of drummers that can play guitar too.
Everything, yeah.
But
well, when did you start playing drums? Like, when did you actually get into music?
Well,
because you're only a couple years younger than me, right? You're like 30.
Yeah,
something?
I'm turning 38 in
3
days.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
3 days, I'll be 38.
Congratulations.
Getting closer to the
little Christmas baby, huh?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it. Let's see. I started actually playing drums, like got my own kit when I was like, it was 16.
Okay.
But it was super like, I lived in an apartment at the time, and my friend's parents, like right across, like in the neighborhood from Ventura Pines is what it was called on Pettit.
That's where you grew up over there? Oh, so you're an East Ender too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
All right.
So I like grew up right there, and then we moved to Todd Ranch in like 8th grade.
Oh shit, the Todd Ranch,
yeah.
dude! I spent so many years in that fucking condo set.
That's where my dad is still.
Oh, really?
But so it was between those two places.
Okay.
But like when I what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying.
Got your first
I got my
set,
first kit, but I couldn't like play drums at my house. Yeah, I tried, like, brought him home. And my dad was like, "No, if we live in an apartment, dude, what are you fucking doing?"
Jamming in Todd Ranch.
So
dude.
yeah, so it was like probably. I mean, I can't. It's hard to think of like how many years it was like I never got to actually like sit down and practice. It was like, like we're kind of trying to do like. We never actually started a band. It was just me and him jamming. He played bass, and we would just jam. Like, he would play like punk riffs, and I would like try to play drums.
Your dad?
No, my friend.
Your
Caleb.
friend Caleb. Okay.
Caleb lived across the street.
Yeah, like in the neighborhood. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but
That's fine.
he like lived in the neighborhood right there.
Okay.
And his parents were totally cool and totally supportive. We built like a whole little soundproof, like as much as we could, in his garage, and that's like where I first started playing drums, but it was never like actually studying and like trying to get better or anything, you know?
Well, you're just it's so important to have the set of parents around you that is cool with pissing off all the neighbors.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
It really is.
Yeah.
My mom was that chick, you know what I mean? Like we jammed in the garage forever, dude.
Yeah.
Until we got to the point where we were killing the neighbors. You know what I mean? And finally it was like, okay, now we have to get a spot or whatever.
Yeah.
I was well into my fucking late teens by the time that, I'm rolling in with full stacks in the garage. no fucking padding.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, the neighbors are like, fuck you, kid. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, we
torture house.
The first couple like trying to jam, like not even bands. You can't even call them bands. It was just us jamming, like not even knowing cover songs or anything. It was just like I feel so bad for the neighbors because it was just like horrible. Like once like my first band started, where we actually had songs and stuff, the neighbors like never really called the cops or anything because it wasn't like we actually could like sounded okay.
Yeah,
it wasn't just
good
like
enough. Go.
fucking 4 hours of like like you know like
learning how to play it full volume.
learning how to play at full volume. That's perfect. Like,
Totally.
I did that in a couple garages, but
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
and then like my first
What were some of the earlier bands? That's what I want to know.
my first
Like where you actually played some shows and shit.
So like my first throw together, this was like the beginning of, I already was playing drums for a while, but never was like in a band. And I got like, hey, you want to play bass? And it was a band called Sada, and it was like white man reggae.
Oh,
in high
okay,
school.
there you go.
And,
Awesome.
That was like one of those bands. It was like all my best friends that were like trying to get something together, and like all of us were actually drummers first. Like the guitar player was a drummer. And he was like a super good drummer, and then the drummer was good.
Yeah.
And he was actually playing drums, and then I was a drummer, but like got like
Oh God.
just like
It's like it sounds like my worst
bass.
nightmare.
just play bass. Yeah, I got like suckered into playing bass, and then I actually started like really liking bass because that was like me, like the typical like I want to be in a band, but I don't know really, so I'll play bass like that. You know what I mean? Like just open like root note type of bass playing, not real bass playing. You know what I mean? But it was, so that was the first band, and then the second band was Crazy Jeanette, and they were kind of happening at the same time.
I remember that name. Okay, all right.
And those guys, those two. So it started with me, and then all the other three guys were like, I think they were freshmen when I was a senior, so they were all like the little kids that were like shredders, like. And the two guitar players is Bryant Throckmorton. You might know him from like Gygax.
Yeah.
But him and he's like one of my best friends forever since
cool.
then.
Yeah, Gygax rips. Dude.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah,
but those are all my friends too. But like, so it was him, and then my friend Max Gualtieri. He was like the youngest. He was a freshman, but he was like all smart. So he was like, I think when we first started jamming, he was like 14 or like he was up a grade because he's like skipped a grade, but he was like the guitar player at that time, like at Buena that I knew of.
The
that was
dude,
like
so there's always the ripper,
good.
dude.
Yeah, like
there's
so
always
much,
a ripper in high school.
Dude, and listening to some of that
fuck?
stuff, I'm like, like where it was like, dude, you like had the musical vocabulary of like some like 45-year-old dude when you were like 14, because he was just like insane, like work ethic, like in the morning before school he would get up and practice for
full
an hour,
ADHD
like
focus,
and he was like
totally,
that, and like so that was the second band. That band was like pretty cool actually. Like we had like, it was all just rock and roll, like trying to do like basically like Led Zeppelin, Sabbath ripoff.
Have you always been like a classic rock dude?
Yeah, that's like always.
That's always where you've been, because that's all I've really known you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're into punk and all Annihilation Time, all that fucking
course,
shit, Flag, you know what I mean, all that stuff. But
and then, like,
I've always known you as like a rocker dude. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That was like, that's like all the music I've always wanted to play. And then like I've been in a couple random like bands that aren't like that, but that's what I'm saying earlier. Like the arty stuff is like the band I've always wanted to be in. Yeah. Excuse me, but that's like what I grew up on too, is like loving like all the like the typical classic rock, and then like as I got older, like all like the super obscure, more like underground
70s
stuff.
Shit. Yeah. It's so funny because I spent so many years. I grew up a metalhead. I grew up. And then turned into, started to love punk after that. Yeah. It wasn't until later I got into like the deep, like the real deep classic rock shit, and it was only because.
So what do you?
Well, I'm saying deep? Like my mid-20s, I started getting really into. There's like a genre of fucking like 70s rock. Yeah. That is like all these undiscovered incredible bands like Pentagram that came out like 2 years before Sabbath. Sound exactly like fucking Sabbath.
Or like
all
Dust.
these like Dust. All these fucking the Groundhogs, all kinds of shit. You know, and there was this huge scene in the early 2000s that like all these record labels, TP, Rise Above, all these record labels started like finding these like golden gems of bands. And that's kind of what got me. I mean, I always liked the Zeppelins and the Priests and all that shit. But what got my attention was that groove rock, like fucking all these insane bands started coming around. You know what I mean? And it caught my attention. And I got really into that shit for a long. I mean, look if you look through my records, dude, I got everything, Odin, fucking everything you've ever wanted to see. You know what I mean? I have all that shit over there, man. And I was such a like deep cut rock freak. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Phenomenon, UFO, all that, you know, all this shit that no one fucking liked or maybe liked a little bit. I just got such a fucking
There's a lot
nerd.
of people that liked it, but it wasn't the pop like it, you know, when I was a little Hessian kid in high school and junior high, we weren't popular either. You know what I mean? And it was, you just listen like Deep Purple and Sabbath, and you can hear the influence in your music for sure, man. It was amazing. You know, he sent it to me today, and I listened to it pretty much all day long.
Right.
I tried listening to it in the house, and I couldn't play it loud enough, and I couldn't hear it good enough, so I hopped on my Harley and went for a ride.
There
I
you
put
go,
headphones
dude.
in, and it was
because Jay's actually
great,
from
man.
the 70s,
Hell
so
yeah.
he has like a real frame of reference. We're just a bunch of fucking, we're a bunch of come-alongs later.
And loved it, man. I mean, that's all. My dad was into it, and you know, he had the greatest album collection, man.
That's like my dad got me into. It was like all like the softer stuff, but like Tom Petty. When I was like really young. And that's like what got me, because I just remember going to friends' parents' house and like I like some. I did like punk, like the Misfits and like Black Flag and all the typical stuff like in like 7th, 8th grade. But like my friends' parents would always trip out because I like have my CD case and they would be like, "You like the Doors? Like this is like old man music." I'm like, this is like all the shit my dad got me on. I like, oh, this is like the real shit.
It's the real shit.
Yeah.
It's good, man. And it's like do you feel, because it goes in waves, right? So 70s it's I don't know if it's making a full comeback yet or like that. I mean, it feels like it. Man. I mean, right now, like fashion wise, my kids are all into the 90s.
Yeah,
it's
90s
like
is
90s is
right
huge
now.
again. And even the music, like grunge is kind of coming out again.
Yeah.
You know, but when I was a teenager, it's like a 30-year cycle, right? So when I was a teenager, 70s became fucking huge again. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like kind of coming back a little bit.
There's a lot of really, really good like stoner van rock and like what you're playing.
Van rock. I like that.
Yeah, I mean there's so many just like, and I kind of disappeared on it for a long time, and then I love Clutch. I've said it numerous times. And then from Clutch, I started like finding Fu Manchu and Orange Goblin and all these different bands, and I'm like, holy shit, man! You know, this is what all of that sounds like, you know, and then yours is even grungier, and it's really good, man.
Cool.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Do you feel? I mean, obviously, it's so hard to. I can write a full fucking album of riffs. I can't play all the instruments. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be a fucking nightmare to record yourself and be okay with it. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Well, yeah.
Because even me recording my own guitar parts or even yelling, you know, doing my vocals, I walk away and go, fucking motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, when do you get to the point where you're like, I'm fucking done? Fine. And you do capture the 70s tone, like, perfectly. You know what I mean? The drums, everything, it really does have the vibe. You
it's
know
all
what I mean?
just ghetto. I mean, I have decent gear, but it's all like... just I kind of work with what I got to make it sound.
But how do you walk away from it and go, fuck,
well, it was
I'm
a
done.
learning process of like with the EP, which is like the first 4 songs that they're on the full album too. But that was like 2 years ago I released that, and like getting those to where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do it. Like that took me like a lot it took a lot of like. Probably to where I thought when I told myself like, oh, I'm done, like I'm done.
Then you listen to it 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, I'm like, nope, fucking back to like mixing and like, oh no, I want to do this other guitar thing. And
It's gotta be fucking impossible,
now
dude.
I'm kind of am okay with like, dude, it's never gonna be fucking perfect. So like, as long as like, as far as once it gets to the mixing stage, it's like, it's already there. I'm not fucking re-recording vocals. I'm not gonna tweak out, because I will do that.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I'm working on demos, it's a whole nother. Because I'll record a whole demo for the song and kind of like get the idea of the tone and like and like, you know, that's how I like write a song, is like it starts as a demo and like I come back to it every few weeks, like, oh yeah, now I have a new part for this other riff. That could be like the breakdown part, or that could be the chorus part, or whatever. And like, so once I'm done with like the like actually demoing it and getting it to like where I'm like, okay, this is done. Now I'm actually gonna re-record it like to like better quality for real, like with real drums. Because when I do demo stuff, I just do program drums.
Oh, you
like
do?
hip-hop.
You program the drums?
Yeah,
huh?
like hip hop one shot style, where I like take a snare.
You get the basic rhythm shit. You know,
where
nothing
it's just
fancy.
one snare and one. It's all like one sound bite, and then I build a whole drum beat off of that just to get the idea of it, and then like I'll go and actually play drums when I'm gonna really record it. And when after I'm like recorded it and done it, I'm like, I'm not coming back to like, oh, I need to redo this guitar part or whatever. Like, and that's back to that. It's like, that took me telling myself and practicing that practice of telling myself like,
it's done.
When I'm fucking done, I'm done, because I will fucking tweak on it for like 3 years.
A fucking
like
Chinese democracy fucking 10-year
album. Where it's like, dude,
you're like, God
nobody
damn it,
fucking cares anyways. Like, who cares? I don't it's I mean, I am a perfectionist and I want it to be as good as it can be, but there is a point where it's just like you're literally driving yourself crazy, especially with how I do it, where I'm like recording it myself.
Right.
That's why like having somebody, I think for the next one, I'm contemplating having somebody else mix it. Yeah. Because then it'll be out of my hands. It's another ears, and I don't have to sit there. Because my mixing skills are okay, but like having somebody...
it sounds cohesive. You know what I mean? It's like, I've heard a lot of dog shit records, man, mixed by very well-known people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes it is the amount of money you can throw at them, they do that amount of work for you. You know what I mean? And that's including some of my own records where we got big name fucking guys to mix or master, and they fucking did $1,000 job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're used to making 20 or whatever the fuck, you know? So you did a really great job, like mixing the record. I mean, it sounds good, dude. It really like hugs to that. I mean, I'm a big and Jay, you may not know this band, but Donova, dude, is
I love.
I mean, and it's got some Donova vibes. You know, I'm not saying it's anything like a ripoff.
Yeah, no,
but that busy fucking licky groove shit is like, it's a. You got. I'll send you some Donova.
They're like one of my favorite, like
fucking Dusty Sparkles, dude.
Yeah,
it's so insane. We got to play with them a couple times.
Really,
the Wrath did, and it was fucking real, dude.
Yeah, like, they're so good. I mean, I've seen a bunch of footage of them like over the years, and like I know the Gaze, Letra's Gaze put out like that split,
right?
And that's kind of how I think that's how I found out about them,
right?
At that time, I think I was like 2010 or something.
Yeah, would have been about around there. Yeah,
but like, I've always wanted to see them, and anytime I've missed out on seeing them. And then me and Kiddo went to the last 2 days of Psycho this last year.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And they were playing, and that was like my big like Merciful Fate, and them were like what I wanted to see.
Too, yeah.
And like, and then there was a bunch of other bands that like I wasn't like necessarily wanted to see, but then I saw them and like they're fucking so good.
Yeah, that's one festival I have not been to. That
it's
I'd really
amazing.
Like to go. Yeah.
It's so
Me and Jay
good.
Talk about it all the time.
It's so awesome.
It's always like right on my birthday.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those ones you got to go to. But anyways, I finally got to see him, and it was like at 1:30 in the morning.
Really?
And Greg is the singer, I think. He fucking blacked out.
No,
just like
really?
Yeah.
They're fucking. They're boozers, dude.
And the band,
insane.
even his guitar playing.
Right? Doesn't he go by Dusty Sparkles? That's his fucking stage name.
Does he?
Right? Yeah, Dusty Sparkles is his name. And he looks like a Dusty Sparkles, dude. Like glammed out, like looks like a trash heap from the 70s.
Are we talking about Glitter Wizard?
No.
Or I didn't know Danova.
Yeah, I think his name's Dusty Sparkle on the records, dude.
I didn't know.
Yeah, he has
that.
like a whole. I don't know. I don't think he goes by that, but it's like the
like
funniest fucking name.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, he looks like he's burnout that's lived in Portland. But he was a sound guy for. I mean, he is a guy that lives in Portland, but he's a sound guy for. We played the venue in Portland when he was doing sound there, and we fucking got to chat, and I didn't realize it was him until like later. You know what I mean? And he does a great job. You know what I mean? Like he totally has a handle on everything. Like for a guy that seems so unassuming, he fucking rips on a level of guitar playing that I mean Graham level.
Yeah.
Probably way beyond. You know, because that band will go through a song and not play the same note fucking twice.
I know. Yeah.
And it's
so good.
and it's endless. But we played with him in Richmond one night. It was us, Donovan, and Thrones.
I don't think I've heard of Thrones.
Thrones is a old school 2-piece fucking like Melvins style band. Anyway, cool. And the guys from Donovan were up there, and wasn't the first time I'd seen him, but it was the first time since I can't remember what the fucking record was that come out, but the one that's like the jam, the yellow one, it was right before that came out. It might be that Donovan, And I watched him play, and I went, holy fucking shit, dude! And we had to play. You know, we played right before him. You know what I mean? Yeah. We opened them and then Thrones, right? Yeah. And I watched them play, and I went, fuck, dude. And they got off stage, and they were hammered. Like hammered. Like, the bass player, we were, like, chatting for a second, and I think he forgot who I was, and he, like, fake punched me in the stomach, and then looked up and was like, dude. Like, he thought I was someone else.
Yeah.
And they were fucking blacked out drunk, dude. Like, but they still ripping.
Yeah.
Dude, you know?
Yeah. When I saw him, the whole band was, like, sounding good. Even he was, like, he couldn't, like, put the muscle memory together because he's so blacked out to sing. Yeah. So he just stopped singing.
Did he?
And then but he was still shredding, like, not even looking at the fretboard. And you could tell he's just, like, he was just killing it on guitar still, and it was amazing. But I was a little let down because I wanted to see them for so long. But it was still amazing. Like, and I love that band so much. But
he's the kind of guy when you look at his guitar, every single fret from the beginning to the end has wear spots on it.
Oh like,
where you're like, fuck, holy shit, dude, it's insane. But I mean, I did get some Donovan vibes from that thing, from your record, dude.
Yeah, cool.
I did want to ask. So, World Madness, right? I was trying to listen to some of the lyrics and shit. I mean, it's not doom and gloom, but obviously you sing about a lot of like where you pull from lyrically, like
for that song or
just any
general?
Of it. You know what I mean? Mind Maze is my favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
Which Mind Maze?
Mind Maze,
fucking that up, right? Yeah. Okay. Which I watched a video for today, and it completely fucking cracked me up, dude.
Hell yeah.
We will absolutely put a link to that video.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. I was actually watching that on my way over.
Which
here.
I want to ask about.
To make that joke. Or as much of a like joke, but serious.
No,
like super 70s, where it's like, is this serious? Or what? You know,
and it's all you though. That's the fucking funny part. Yeah.
And just shitty green screen where like it doesn't work all the time.
Yeah,
because I was like figuring it out all that on the fly.
You did all that on your own too.
Yeah.
Jesus. So good. But you know the full record and stuff. Where do you pull from lyrically? Is it political? Is it? I mean,
that song is like a political but. Yeah, like in general, it's like mostly, if I could think about all the songs on it, it's mostly political in the sense of like,
what the fuck's wrong with this place?
Yeah,
right.
It's like from that.
It's not like you're out here, you know,
not
taking a stance against shit. Yeah.
Like, and not that, just like kind of like, that's the way that's what World of Madness the song is about. Like, kind of like World of Madness. Like, look at all the shit that's going on, and kind of like.
Right.
We're too busy, you know, with our technology when other people have it way worse in other countries, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But like it's kind of like about that. But then I have like kind of what Mind Maze is about drugs.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And that's like psychedelic trip. That's what it's about. And then
we all appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need that.
I need a good psychedelic.
Are you a mushroom guy or LSD or mushrooms?
I've done both. I think I like acid. I haven't done either in a long time.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I like acid better, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't.
But
Nope.
But like
Mushrooms
I've always
for me,
only done like I've done like acid 3 times, and it's always
always
very
good,
mellow. And I don't like the crazy visual stuff. You know, like I like the body kind of like the 70s. Acid is what they were calling it when I got it, but
not where you're having to
like,
drop it in your eye. Kiss the fucking world goodbye.
Fuck all
go to
that.
Mars.
Totally.
But like, I haven't done. I can't even think. Probably like it's been like almost 13 years since I've done any.
Oh, any real
years?
psychedelics?
Yeah, like
really?
13 years, yeah.
Wow.
Christ,
Why?
it was
You
yesterday.
I just don't. What's that?
It was yesterday.
I know. Yeah, I just because that's I have a bunch of friends or all the people that will like do like shrooms are always going around, you know.
Oh
like,
yeah.
It's like always like a party thing where it's like commotion going on, and I'm more of like I want to like hang out with like 2 or 3 of my best friends and like get all philosophical and like not get all like party mode, you know. And like that's why like every time in the last like 13 years I get offered it, I'm like, this is just not the right. I don't want it for that. I don't want it for like a party thing, you know, like.
That makes sense, actually.
And I can't handle it. That's why, because I was just fucking trip out. I'm like, my friends are cracking jokes, like in a weird situation like that. I'm like, do they even like me? You know, it like gets all weird. So I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
But a good cleanse would be cool. Like I like a good. It's been a long time.
Good reset.
Yeah, a good reset where you just like makes you.
So you hear that, guys? Hit him up. Give him drugs when he doesn't need them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what he needs, dude. Sometimes you have that.
Everybody needs.
That's what you gotta have. You gotta have that involuntary cleansing, dude. That's what you need. Someone needs to dose his drink.
Oh my god, that didn't happen to me, but at the tavern, one of my old bands, Rubberneck Lions. Like I played bass in that band, and the singer, my good friend Tyler and Jason, we were a 3-piece. His friend, Tyler's like Strand guy. Grew up on Strand, so like. All his Strand friends would like come and stuff. And one of our friends, like his childhood friend, we used to play at the tavern, like all the time.
Right.
And it was like on a weekend show. We used to play there so much. It was a random Saturday. But like, he freaking put a little dosage in his drink.
He dropped it in there on you.
Yeah, on him, and like. He started being weird, and I'm like, dude. And he's like, dude, I think fucking Sean just dosed me, dude. And I'm like, and he's like still playing, holding it together. I can't function on any of that. Even weed, dude. I'm like, I'm good.
Really?
Like I can't play. Like I'll have a beer before I play, but I like keep it real. I can't do any of that stuff, especially psychedelics. Like, this is too weird.
Oh, it's so
like
fun,
I can't.
Dude. I've done shows on mushrooms and Molly, and it fucking rules,
dude.
But you got to know what you're doing, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
you got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, and I just get too weirded out by all of it. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, the Rat's last show.
It's getting out of your head.
Yeah.
That's
and you seem to be pretty into your head.
Yeah.
So when you have to be able to let all that shit go.
Yeah.
And that's not easy, man. You know, I have a hard time. You know, I not too long ago did some, and it felt more than I thought I was going to feel.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Then you just got to settle in.
I need to step back for a second. Let me think
breathe
about this.
Through it.
And do a quick little reset and breathe and yawn a bunch and then go listen to music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Just fucking enjoy the
Find
ride.
a happy place.
Yeah.
My happy place is like, it's always Sabbath. Like if I'm like, the last time I did with Bryant from Gygax, it was like 10 years ago probably, but he was the one that was like, saw me like having a hard time because I was like trying to walk, and it was like, I was walking on the concrete in the backyard, but it felt like I was walking in snow.
Yeah.
And he saw me like walking all weird, and he's like, dude, like without saying it,
gave me
he's
the
like,
shepherd.
dude, come on, let's go listen to Sabbath. Like, because I was like
awesome.
saying weird shit, like, dude, like, because I was right on the edge, you know, like of like it being really
the
bad.
edge of madness.
And the edge of magic.
There you
madness.
Go. Yeah. See, there you go. New song title for you.
But he fucking
Last
put on Sabbath, and it like brought me back.
We started listening to Funkadelic. We started listening like Maggot Brain.
Yeah, that's
and
super cool.
And some
Yep.
like Like Parliament, not the
Maggot Brain.
Maggot Brain's insane, dude. But not like the poppy Parliament, but like Mr. Wiggles the Worm like and the shit. Weird, and oh my god, dude, it is so far out there.
Yeah, it's good.
It's amazing, man.
It's good shit, man. Yeah, a nice psychedelic trip is fucking absolutely necessary. Yeah, on, man. You got it. You're overdue, bro.
I am. Very
I'll send you
overdue.
home. I'll send you home with something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything. But just saying.
Well,
yeah. I don't either.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So you got. When did you actually start playing with this shit? Because let's go through who's in. You're playing live with guys now, right?
Yeah.
Who's in the? You got Seth, right?
Anson and Josh is playing drums. And I don't know if you know him. And then Damien.
Yeah. Who rips? Damien rips. Dude.
Yeah, he's
and
awesome.
I've known Seth for years, dude.
Yeah, me
years
too.
and years and years. You know what I mean? He was a part of the old skateboard crew.
Yeah,
that's how I know him
from.
With,
like,
I had no idea that guy ripped so hard.
Like, at guitar?
No. He's always had like, no fucking clue how hard he rips, dude.
Bedroom guitar player.
Yeah, he
forever.
Literally,
that just, like,
I know.
He's like just one of those like I play guitar, but like no. Like nobody wants me in their band. Like kind of like
dude,
too humble.
He's one of those
like,
fucking
just, like,
sneaky motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
He's super good. And he's fucking. That's why like him and Damien and Josh, I couldn't be like it all kind of just happened so naturally from knowing those two guys and didn't have to like do any weird like recruiting because that's why I didn't want to put a band together because I didn't want to like hey play my songs that I wrote like I didn't want to.
Well, you know what what a pain in the ass being in a band is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
it
is a pain in the ass. Even if you like them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's a pain in the ass. Dude.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean.
It's a relationship
fucking
with fucking 3 other people or 2.
It really
whoever,
is. Yeah.
You know, like it's a whole nother relationship. Mm-hmm. And then if you have a girlfriend or a wife on top of that, then it's like you know,
whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So how did you hook up with those guys? Like I know Damien's in a million. Die Healing's great. You know, shout out Damien.
Yeah,
love you, buddy.
Yeah,
he's always been around. He's always been ripping. I don't know the drummer at all, but
Josh. So I released the EP and Damien and Seth like within 2 days. I think it was Seth that hit me up first. Mm-hmm. Within 2 days, both of them were like, dude, if you ever do this live, like I'll play bass, I'll play guitar.
Okay.
And that
shit,
was like
awesome.
when I released, that's what got the seed for me of like, dude, people actually want to do it, and I didn't have to like. We'll see if they're up to like learning we'll see if they could play. Like I know Damien can play, I know Seth can play, but like actually when it comes down to like learning the songs
your shit's
and doing
not
the homework,
fucking easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like doing the homework of like. Because I could sit there and show you the riff and we go through it, but it's on you
to get it
like put in the time during the week when we're not jamming, you know. And like I didn't know how that would be, but all those guys put in their homework, and it's been fucking awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But so those guys like hit me up, and that's what got the seed for me. Kind of like, well, now I do want to do this live because it'll be fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to deal with all the work of all that. Yeah. Like of actually not the work of showing people the stuff, but like the work of like the process of like, come over here.
Whole entire element, a new dynamic in your life that you have to manage.
Yeah,
and you're already in. You're already in Go Rhythm. You're already in. How many other bands are you in right now?
Just Go Rhythm, okay, and then I play drums with my friend Brian with his stuff when. Every once in a while,
but still,
he plays
it's
show.
a whole nother fucking animal to start, dude.
Yeah. But it's like for me, the process of like getting like connecting with somebody like, oh yeah, we'll play like you'll play drums and then like jamming with them and like, it's like you don't have it. It's not working. And like dealing with that, I just didn't want to deal with that. Yeah. Like I don't want to fucking kick somebody out because this and like I didn't want to deal with that. But with all these guys, then there's like, can you play and then can you be cool to hang out with and not a fucking asshole? And that's like my biggest.
That's a whole
like,
nother question.
You could be the like the most Shreddington and like, but then be a dick to everybody else or like be a dick to everybody else in the band and then like people that are like friends that are watching the band or whatever. And I don't want to deal with that.
No, like, dude, being a good hang. Is 90%.
It is.
You know, you have to show up and do the work.
Yeah,
obviously.
Exactly.
But being a good hang is 90%.
Yeah.
Dude.
And all these guys have been like super all around. Like I've known Damien and Seth since like middle school skateboarding, and then Damien since like high school.
Right.
And then Josh I met he was the last band he was in was in Dielectric.
Oh.
With Vivian.
Okay.
She played bass.
All right.
And then I forget the guy the singer and guitar player's name, but that's kind of where I because it was in the middle of the pandemic or like the beginning of shows starting to happen again, and I saw him playing with Dielectric at like VCBC down on Main Street, or the area right there. Like they're playing outdoors, and I kind of reunited with him because he used to play drums in a band that like my old band Rubberneck Lions would. It was like the alternative rock band that I was in, and he played drums in a band called Captions, and we used to play shows together all the time.
All right.
And like,
so you'd seen him play, you knew he could play.
I knew him,
but that '70s vibe is a whole different animal, man. Like, it's not a natural. At this point now, to drum like that is not a natural fucking thing for some people.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean? Like people are machines.
Well,
they don't play behind the beat. They play metronome and that's it. To find someone that can really fucking stay behind the beat a little bit, and then like add that weird element of like a fucking fill that doesn't seem to fit, but rolls in at the right point. Yeah, it's a weird fucking thing to find, man.
Yeah, no, it is, and like I saw it happen with Gygax a bunch where they would have these guys like try out from like some LA guys, like random sit-in guys to like cover for the tour, you know, and like they would see video. Like I lived with Bryant at the time, and he would like show me a video. I'm like, that guy's freaking awesome, like crazy metal drummer. But then when it comes to like having a swing feel or like the groove, they just can't do it. And I'm like, how are you that good at like crazy metal stuff, but you just don't get.
Some people don't have a groove. They do not have it, dude. It's really weird. Like I played with drummers that are absolute fucking machines. Yeah, like incredible to the fucking nth degree. Machines, no groove. And then I played with guys that don't have a ton of skill, are all fucking groove. And I will pick that every fucking day. And I've played with a lot of fucking talented people. I will pick a groovy motherfucker over everyone all day anyway. You know what I mean? Because that's how I play. Yeah. I'm always behind. I play like a caveman. I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? Like my shit is a little fucking, it's always behind the beat a little bit. You know what I mean? And if you can like in the moment slow it down or fucking make it what it is, it's a hard thing to find. You know what I mean? It really is.
Yeah, especially in like, I mean, I've seen like a lot of the bands that are doing like either like the stoner rock stuff or like in the vein of like rock and roll, like the 70s rock or the stoner rock stuff. Like a lot of those guys come like from like punk backgrounds and they're like really good at what they did with that. And then they're like, now they're doing their stoner rock band and they're like, you could tell like the way they play certain things. Like it's still good and stuff, but you could just tell it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same. It's not the same muscle.
It really is.
Yeah, it's a different muscle. It's a whole different like craft.
I mean, stoner rock or whatever we call it is a lot of really insane musicians all throughout the years.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's not. I mean, I don't enjoy punk at all, but it's not like you don't see somebody up there. Like all of a sudden you're watching the guy play guitar and you're going, holy shit, that guy fucking is just killing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, where with stoner rock or the whole thing is the music.
Yeah.
You know, it's laying there listening to it and just being blown away by what's coming at you and not just the aggression of you know, getting slapped in the face by this sound.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Which that's always cool too, but
it has a spot.
It has its spot.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually do something with you. Who build your fucking Mount Rushmore of guitar players? That's what I want to know from you. I was trying to think. This is a good way to fucking find out who you are.
Yeah.
I mean?
Well,
and I'm not judging at all. There's or just say let's say Mount Rushmore of dream band. You know what I mean? If you can, if that's easier to get.
Okay.
Like
well, I could
from
say
any
guitar
era
players or band. I could.
Yeah, either one.
Like so. I mean, Hendrix is why I got into guitar.
Right.
So
good call.
He's up there, and then Tony Iommi too, and this is all like stuff that like got me into music.
Right.
And then those are the two that like really got me into music and like wanting to play, I should say. And then, like recently, Michael Schenker.
Okay.
From he was in UFO.
Yeah. If you don't know who he is, you fucking absolutely should.
Like his
this
solo
guy fucking rips.
Yeah. And him, and then probably Richie Blackmore too.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Yeah, I like Richie. You never hear that one very much, but that's a fucking good one.
So like, for that time too,
right.
Like he was so interesting,
right.
With the note choices that he would do. It wasn't like that was like the thing that led to Yngwie. You know what I mean? Like, like playing way crazier notes than just like the blues licks and stuff.
Yeah, where Iommi mastered the pentatonic scale and fucking made it his
like
bitch.
The blues
you know
thing,
what I mean? Richie Blackmore fucking
added a weird like
next level. Do you got a favorite record
sound to it? From Deep Purple
or
like
what's your
Rainbow
favorite Deep Purple record?
Well, Deep Purple probably. It's hard to. I mean, Machine Head is like
it's great. Yeah.
The one.
Yeah.
But then like later on, is it Fireball that has like Glenn Hughes playing bass?
I don't know.
And
Fireball's a later one I'm not real familiar with.
That's one.
I was like such an asshole when I was younger. I was like, if it wasn't fucking 76 is my cutoff, bro.
My ears have like I've like got anything so much more.
And even 74 was pushing it.
Yeah.
Anything 74 fucking ripped. 72 ripped. 76,
in the last like
you know what I mean?
5-10 years, I've given so much because I was the same way. I've given so many
such
more,
an idiot, dude.
Yeah, like so many more. Just giving it a chance, like because I used to just be such a production nerd. Like if it sounded 80s, like nope, fuck that. I don't want to hear anything that has like any 80s fucking production.
Right, Roto Tom.
Like I don't want to hear
I'm
that.
Fucking out.
But like now I could appreciate well, there's still good songwriting and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the tone that I would have.
Yeah.
But I could appreciate the fucking tone.
What broke me was watching
Dio.
Dio Heaven and Hell tour. Yeah. I saw Dio with Alice Cooper.
Oh, man.
And Dio Sabbath was fucking not on my docket, dude.
Oh, like before?
Nah, no way in a million
live
years.
Was probably like,
you know what I mean?
I gotta listen to this.
Well, dude, and then I saw him live, and I went, oh, I've been wrong the whole fucking time, dude. And I got super into Heaven and Hell, all the Dio shit, Rainbow. Then I got deep cuts, you know what I mean? And it was until I saw Dio perform live, it was like them, Alice Cooper, and someone else at the Santa Barbara Bowl, and that shit blew my mind, dude. You know what I mean?
Cooper was my first concert.
Yeah, right at the OPAC, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
What did he do? What was the stage antics? Did he fucking chop his own head off and all?
They had a giant spider up there and a guillotine. Yeah. They did a couple of things. I didn't last very long. I got kicked out.
Wait, who was it?
Alice Cooper.
At
the OPAC.
When they used to have shows like in the 80s or
70s,
90s?
Yeah.
No, it was the 80s.
Was it 80s?
It was 85, 86, probably 86, 87.
I remember because I used to work at the big theater.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago. I worked there, and the manager, like Brad, he was there since then. He's like telling me about and there's old posters of, like all the cool shit they used to have. I'm like, why don't they fucking do music here like that, like at the big theater anymore? And then it was because it was like a non-profit thing when I was working there.
Right.
And then now it's become like it's so cool to see them.
Oh, it's
like
amazing.
Marco being able to do shows and
Marco
like,
Midnight, dude. Yeah. Fucking, it's awesome, man. They do some rad shit there, but
it's
they
really
they didn't do a lot of shows
back in the day.
No, they
Jim. I think Jim Salzer had the lockdown at the theater, really.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I'm sorry, at the fairgrounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a long time in the 70s.
Oh yeah, I've always heard that.
But he did some incredible shows.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. R.I.P. Jim Salzer, man. Fuck, that was a big loss. But
yeah.
I worked there for years. I really respected that dude, but he would tell you about. I mean, he bought fucking. Eric Clapton's fucking car from him, his Woody. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like, he's crazy, dude. He had some fucking incredible shit, like memorabilia and all amazing stories. You know what I mean? dealing with Jimi Hendrix and all kinds of Led Zeppelin and fucking.
And the coolest guy, man.
Oh, he was a great.
Yeah,
dude,
I always heard good things.
Yeah.
I never really. I mean, I never worked there, obviously, but I never had any close friends that worked there.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I never really heard.
Yeah, no, he was such a fucking good dude, man. I mean, he was a hard ass and he was a dickhead. You know what I mean? But exactly what you would expect from a 60-something-year-old man. You know what I mean?
Trying to run a fucking head shop.
You know, for the longest running music shop in, I think almost in the United States at this point.
Damn.
Independent shop, dude. Over 50 years, you know what I mean?
I know, that's what I was thinking, like when that, because I remember going there when I was a little kid, going to the video store across the street.
Right.
And then like as time has gone by, like obviously businesses need to be renting or selling videos.
Yeah, totally.
And like it was just crazy to think that like, damn, that place, both of the places have been there for so long.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. Well, I mean, not the record store, but
the record store is still
it's crazy
thriving,
that
even the video place though.
Yeah. Lasted a lot longer than it should have.
Stop at the Shell gas station to get gas, and you look across the street.
Yeah.
And holy shit!
It's still there.
Open?
Well, dude,
all the
shocked.
blockbusters are gone for like
They
10
outlet
years, and that
everybody,
shit's still there, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, and there's still motherfuckers going in there renting porno, dude. Like 100%. Like, you know, it was crazy. Yeah, they lasted a long time, but I mean, I have a warm spot for Salzers, you know, even though I was a fiery motherfucker, and when I quit, I fucking quit in a blazing glory. You know, over there, but it's where I met my wife. It's where I met most of my friends. It's where the Wrath started. You know, Salzers has
of
a
us
dear
have a
spot
certain
for me.
amount, like you know, buying paraphernalia. That's, you know, that was. You know, and then you get in there, and then once you get in there, you get lost in the albums, and you get lost into all the head shop shit. You know, I want that giant, you know, deep purple banner that's up on the wall. You
I
know?
need a black light, dude.
Yeah, I need a lava lamp.
Yeah,
you know,
it was amazing, man. What's on the docket for this next year? We're coming into 2023. Happy New Year's, by the way. You guys got shows planned?
Yeah.
No touring? Are you doing touring? What's going on?
Not yet.
No?
And I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
What's up with the vinyl? Is there actually going to be a vinyl release for the record? Okay.
Yeah, and that's through gloryorrecords.com.
There we go.
And that's the pre-order is coming out when the digital release on the January 6th.
So it's digital release on the 6th.
Yeah,
okay.
and then like the pre-order for vinyl is the same day, and then we're playing down in Oceanside. That's where he's out of, Glory or Death, and we're playing February 18th at the place called the Poorhouse. Have you ever played down there?
No. Where, in LA?
Where's that at?
It's in Oceanside. Yeah,
okay,
he's out of Oceanside. But it's cool. Like all the footage I've seen of like bands that he gets coming through there. Like it's like a like people want to go see music bar. You know, like the default crowd type of thing.
Sure.
Because you know when sometimes you play random one-off. Shows and there's 5 people there that don't get it, and you're like, this is a random fucking. This is nice. Like, will actually be cool, and because he's like, it's like a record release for me for my album, so I'm sure he'll like.
Oh, he'll promote the shit.
Yeah, he'll promote it, and there'll be like a good.
Are you the first actual record he's like putting out, like not a reissue or
no?
A
He's
tribute?
put out so many.
Oh, he's put out a bunch of stuff.
He's put a bunch
I've only seen
out.
like the tribute stuff so far.
Okay.
You know, I didn't do a lot of. I will say I didn't do a lot of digging on the record label. Today,
if you look, I mean, I think it might. I don't think it stays up there after he's sold, like, but I think on Bandcamp you can kind of see
what he's put out.
Yeah, and then like his website too, the .com.
That's got to be rough running a record label right now, dude.
Oh yeah,
your lead time on vinyls like 8 months. Cool.
Yeah, well that's why it took mine forever, and like I wanted to release the stuff digitally, the full thing, like like a little bit after, like I knew I was doing the vinyl with him and stuff. But then I was like, well, I might as well wait because it kind of sucks to like release it and then like the vinyl comes out a year and a half later, and then nobody cares that the vinyl except for the people at your shows, they'll buy one.
People will still buy it.
Yeah,
though, you know what I mean.
They will.
It's weird. He has a following because he does like the specialized, like the pressing plant that he goes through, does like all the cool colorways and like all the patterns and stuff. So like people will buy like 5 different records of the same thing because they're like collecting, like he has a big following for that.
That's good, man.
So it's cool.
Good. Yeah, you've created his own little niche market.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
awesome.
he's been really cool with me, like helping me. I'm just stoked to, because that was like my whole goal when I like wanted to do the record, was like put a record out, whether it's like on an indie label or me paying for it myself. I will just, that's what my goal is, you know? And it worked out because he's in a band with Mucho, which was the drummer. I mean, Mucho's in like 80 bands, but he's like in Living Alive, and like he was in Gygax when Gygax was still playing.
Cool. Yeah.
So that's like how that connection
happened.
Awesome. And I knew of him. I knew he had the label because Gygax did the Thin Lizzy. Mm-hmm. They did a song on there with the Thin Lizzy tribute a couple years ago. Yeah. And then so that just worked out. But yeah, that's just the record coming out.
Got a couple shows planned.
Yeah,
take it
just
easy.
that show down there, and then
see what's happening. Yeah.
We have a show at the Deer Lodge, but I don't think I'll let you know after, but it's like a birthday surprise. So
okay, cool. Well, we won't fucking blow that one.
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I know. But that's
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm stoked to see it for everyone. This Friday, the record drops everywhere, and I'm saying that because
hell yeah,
this will come out next week.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, like I said, this Friday, record drops everywhere digitally. Check it out, dude. Ardi, what the album title is?
World of Madness.
Right?
Yeah, great album.
It's awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, ripping, dude. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Hell yeah, thank you for having me. That was fun.
Yeah. Any Instagram things, shit you want? Where can people find all your shit?
Just Instagram. If you go to Instagram, it's Ardi Official Music. That's my Instagram thing. Mm-hmm. And then if you go to my link in bio, that's where all the
shit is.
Like, yeah, there's like the Spotify link.
Yeah, and definitely check out the YouTube video for Mind
Yeah, that's on there too. Yeah. That's on the link too.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I was laughing so hard watching. I mean, the song rips. It's my favorite song on the record. Fucking the video could not be more perfect for that.
Thank
shit.
you. Yeah,
yeah. You had the one song that was a little slower. Which one was that?
Yeah, you had some slower riffs.
Oh, like I did. Are you talking about the acoustic thing at the end, the dust cover?
Man, it's hard. This is off the one that's about to be released. There was one that you and I wish I'd remembered the name.
Slower,
yeah, a little slower tempo.
Yeah.
Oh man, I loved it. I listened to it like 3 times, man.
Yeah.
You
did a dust cover. Is that a dust? That's a dust cover at the end, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been thinking.
I'm out of the loop on that shit. It's been a long time since I've listened to Dust, so
yeah,
I have to break it out.
They're
again,
like one of my. Yeah. I haven't listened to them for a while either, but I love them. But yeah, I've been thinking that song.
That's it, right?
What's that?
The song I've been thinking.
It's acoustic.
Yeah,
acoustic shit on
that's
there?
a dust cover. Yeah,
yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I'll show you the original. Like, after it's super awesome. It has like cool. What do you call it? Lap steel guitar. Like
slide.
Like the steel like country style though. Like and like I just love that song so much, and like I wanted to find somebody with like a lap steel, but I couldn't do it, so I kind of did like the keyboard sound.
I know.
To it.
I can definitely put you in some touch with some motherfuckers. That play that shit, dude.
Hell yeah. But that was just like a random. I was like, I'm gonna do 7 songs, and then I'll throw a random cover. And I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, it's a great song, dude.
That song. So yeah.
But, well, fuck yeah, man. I really appreciate you coming on, bud.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good to meet you,
hell yeah. That was awesome.
Cheers, Jay.
Yeah, fuck off. You're fucking a dick. Fuck.